Hi guys, DC Breaks here on the DBS Institute channel. In this video, I'm going to be exploring a brand new plugin from Steinberg called Backbone, which is a drum processing plugin, but that also includes an element of AI, which allows you to generate your own original kicks, snares and hats using an AI model. So let's jump on in and see how it works. So this is the user interface for Backbone. On the left here, we have a number of layers, so we can design drums in layers if we want to and work on process those separately. Then we have a number of different windows here. We have the sample page, we've got a resynthesis page, a pitching page, a filter page, and an amp slash sort of envelope page, if you like. And there's a huge amount of functionality built in to process drums. However, what I'm really interested in from an AI perspective is this DrumGAN module. So DrumGAN, or GAN, stands for Generative Adversarial Network. It was an AI model developed by Google, and what it does is basically they've analyzed 300,000 different drum samples across kicks, snares and hats or cymbals, and then they've used that to build up a model that we can then use to synthesize new drums based on an input. So if we take our input here, for example, this snare, we can analyze it, and then we can, using this variation control, vary it to create a brand new original snare drum. How much variation we get depends on this control here. So if we bring this up to here, for example, it's going to vary it a little bit, and obviously if we put it up here, it's going to vary it a lot. So let's try a much more bigger variation. So what's great about this from a workflow perspective is that we can now very easily drag these out into our project just using this kind of drag to export button. Of course, if we want to go in and process it in other ways, we've got all these tools here. So from a drum designing point of view, it's a really powerful thing as well. We can even add effects as well. However, what I'm interested in with AI really is how it can help me produce tunes better and faster. And so really what I want to be able to do is develop a workflow where I can seamlessly and quickly generate myself new samples without spending hours designing individual sounds. So what I've got here is a drum rack on channel 2. It's just an 808 core kit from the library, and what I'm doing is just basically designing new sounds to replace the existing sounds in that rack. I've also got Magenta Studio, which I've covered in another video, which I can use to generate MIDI clips. And because that works off the GM format by replacing like for like, we're going to get usable clips when it does that. And so, for example, I've put in a kick I designed using Backbone earlier, which I've just called BB Kick 1 here on the kick drum. I've got this one here, this snare here. So let's say we wanted to replace that. Just come up with a variation. Actually, one sounds great straight off the bat, so I'm just going to click to drag that. I can chuck it straight into the drum rack, and now my clip will update to play that new sound. But, if I didn't like that one, I could just hit vary again. So I fancied more of a kind of lower chunky snare like that. And I should add this is going through a little bit of processing, so it will sound a little bit different because it's going through drum bus and also a multi-band transient shaper. Let's hear how that sounds now. So particularly when you're making drum and bass, getting hung up on like the snare you use or the kicks you use can be a really time-sapping part of the writing process. So for me, this will speed things up massively. If you've got a drum loop and maybe the kick doesn't sound quite right or the snare doesn't sound quite right, you can really easily experiment and find some that do. So for me, this is a really useful AI tool, one that I can definitely see myself using. It's currently free for 30 days from Steinberg, and then after that, it is a paid-for piece of software. So go check it out and see how you get on with it. So that was a quick look at Backbone. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you liked the video, hit that like and subscribe button to get more videos like this delivered straight to your inbox from us here at the DBS Institute. But that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.